Here's an enriched look at the life and rise of Jannik Sinner, early life and sporting roots of Jannik Sinner. Full name: Jannik Sinner, born August 16, 2001, hometown San Candido, Innichen, South Tyrol, Italy, a German-speaking region in the Alps. Family background: father, Johann Sinner, a chef. Mother, Sieglinde Sinner, a waitress. Both parents worked at a ski lodge in the mountain village of Sexten, where Jannik was raised alongside his older brother, Mark. Childhood in the Alps. Jannik's early life was shaped by the alpine environment. He was introduced to skiing at age 3 and was considered a prodigy. By age 8 to 12, he was a national-level ski racer, winning championships in his age group. He also played football, soccer, and started tennis recreationally around age 7. Choosing tennis over skiing. At 13, Jannik made a bold decision. He gave up a promising ski career to pursue tennis full-time. This choice was unusual in his ski-dominated region, but he felt more emotionally and mentally drawn to tennis as an individual challenge. Big move at 13. Left his home and family to move to Bordighera on Italy's Ligurian coast to train at the Piatti Tennis Center under coach Riccardo Piatti, who had worked with Novak Djokovic and Richard Gasquet. He lived away from home as a teenager, showing unusual discipline and independence for his age. Jannik's early story is one of personal courage, sacrifice, and determination. A boy from the mountains who turned away from a sure path in skiing to take a risk in tennis. That decision laid the foundation for one of the most remarkable rises in modern tennis. Tennis beginnings and junior career of Jannik Sinner. After deciding to fully pursue tennis at age 13, Jannik Sinner's growth in the sport was fast and focused. Training under Riccardo Piatti at just 13, Sinner moved over 600 kilometers from home to Bordighera, a town on Italy's Ligurian coast. He trained at the prestigious Piatti Tennis Center, led by Riccardo Piatti, a coach known for mentoring top players like Novak Djokovic and Milos Raonic. This decision showed a rare maturity. Most players stay with family or local coaches at that age, late start. Compared to peers, Sinner was a relatively late bloomer in tennis terms. Many top juniors start intensive training by 6 or 7, while Sinner began focusing seriously on tennis only around age 13. His time on the ski slopes actually helped develop strong legs, balance, and footwork, key assets for his game. Development approach: he focused on technique, mental resilience, and physical conditioning rather than chasing junior rankings. Skipped much of the ITF junior circuit, which is unusual for rising stars, and instead prioritized lower-level professional events, futures, and challengers, turning pro 2018, turned professional in 2018 at 17 years old. Within a year, he won multiple ITF futures titles, claimed 2 ATP Challenger Tour titles in 2019, Bergamo and Lexington, became the youngest Italian to win a challenger since 17-year-old Matteo Berrettini breakthrough year, 2019 Next Gen ATP, finals champion in Milan, a tournament for the world's top players under 21, defeated Alex demeanor in the final, in front of a home crowd, finished 2019 ranked number 78 in the ATP rankings, up from outside the top 500 at the start of the year. Awarded ATP Newcomer of the Year, voted by his fellow players. Summary: Jannik Sinner's junior career was unconventional but incredibly effective. Skipping the traditional junior path, He honed his skills in a professional setting from a young age. With mentorship from Riccardo Piatti and his own mental focus, he broke through the ranks swiftly, showing the tennis world that a champion doesn't need to follow the usual playbook to rise. Professional breakthrough of Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner's transition from promising junior to world-class professional was swift and sensational. After turning pro in 2018, he made an immediate impact on the ATP Tour 2020. First ATP title and top 40 debut, won his first ATP title at the Sofia Open, Alps 250, in November 2020 at age 19. Became the youngest Italian in the Open era to win an ATP title. Broke into the ATP top 40 by year-end, despite the disrupted COVID-19 season. Reached the quarterfinals at Roland Garros, French Open, becoming the youngest male Grand Slam quarter-finalist since Novak Djokovic in 2006. 2021, rapid ascent and ATP 500 title won 4. ATP titles: Melbourne, Washington, ATP 500, Sofia, again, and Antwerp. Reached his first Masters 1000 final at the Miami Open, lost to Hubert Hurkacz. Made his top 10 debut in November 2021, becoming the first male player born in the 2000s to achieve this. Qualified as an alternate for the ATP Finals in Turin. Playing on home soil, coaching change and consistency. Hired Darren Cahill, former coach of Andre Agassi and Simona Halep, to join his team alongside Simone Vagnozzi. Reached Grand Slam quarterfinals at Wimbledon and the US Open, pushing Novak Djokovic to 5 sets in a dramatic Wimbledon match. Despite injuries, maintained a spot in the top 15 all year. 2023, breakthrough into elite tier. Won his first Masters 1000 title at the Canadian Open, Toronto. Played a key role in Italy's Davis Cup victory, their first in 47 years. Defeated Djokovic in the group stage of the ATP Finals in Turin, then lost to him in the final. Finished the year ranked number 4 in the world, Italy's highest ATP year-end ranking ever. 2024, Grand Slam Glory and World. Number 1 Australian Open champion. Came back from 2 sets down to beat Daniil Medvedev in the final after defeating Djokovic in the semis. Won the Miami Open and US Open, adding 2 more Masters 1000 titles to his resume. Won the ATP Finals in Turin and led Italy to a second consecutive Davis Cup title. On June 10, 2024, he became the world number 1, the first Italian man ever to reach that ranking, Grand Slam, and career achievements of Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner's journey through professional tennis has been marked by historic milestones, groundbreaking achievements for Italy, and a steady rise to the very top of the game. Grand Slam success. Australian Open champion. 2024 defeated Daniil Medvedev in the final after trailing by 2 sets, completing one of the most dramatic comebacks in Grand Slam final history. Beat Novak Djokovic in the semifinals, ending Djokovic's undefeated 10-0 semifinal record at the event. Champion 2025 successfully defended his title, solidifying his dominance on hard courts. French Open, Roland Garros. Best result, quarterfinals. 2020 reached the final 8 on his tournament debut, the youngest male quarterfinalist since Djokovic in 2006. Wimbledon semifinalist. 2023 lost to Djokovic in straight sets, but showed resilience throughout the tournament. Known for pushing Djokovic to 5 sets in the 2022 quarterfinals, showcasing his potential on grass. US Open champion 2024 defeated Carlos Alcaraz and Daniil Medvedev en route to his second Slam title of the year. solidified himself as the best player in the world by winning 2 slams and a Masters 1000 in the same summer. Major career achievements. World #1 became World #1 on June 10, 2024. The first Italian man ever to achieve this ranking. Surpassed Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz in the race for year-end #1, Masters 1000 titles Miami Open, Champion 2024, Canadian Open, Toronto, Champion 2023, finalist at Indian Wells and Monte Carlo, ATP Finals, Champion 2024, Turin. Defeated top players including Djokovic and Medvedev to win the prestigious year-end title. Davis Cup champion 2023 and 2024 led Italy to back-to-back titles after a 47-year drought. His clutch wins over Djokovic and demeanor were key. Next-gen ATP Finals champion 2019 won the tournament for the world's top players under 21, launching his global recognition. ATP titles, total ATP singles, titles 14 as of mid-2025. Includes titles at all levels, ATP 250, 500, Masters 1000, Grand Slam, and Finals. Awards and recognition, IAOP Newcomer of the Year, 2019 Italian Sportsman of the Year, 2024 named by many outlets as the next great champion and face of a new era in men's tennis. Jannik Sinner has quickly built one of the most decorated resumes in modern tennis, with Grand Slam titles, Masters wins, Davis Cup victories, and the #1 ranking. His achievements mark not only personal milestones, but historic moments for Italian tennis, solidifying his legacy as one of the game's most impactful young champions. Jannik Sinner, persona, values, and off-court. Life beyond his tennis achievements. Jannik Sinner is widely admired for his humility, discipline, and grounded lifestyle. His quiet confidence and thoughtful demeanor set him apart in a sport often dominated by louder personalities. Calm and collected, persona, nickname, the Fox, given by childhood coaches for his red hair and smart movement on court. Known for his ice-cold composure during matches, rarely shows anger or emotion, even under immense pressure. Tennis analysts often describe him as stoic, clinical, and laser-focused. I like to dance in the pressure storm. Sinner on mental strength in tough matches. Philosophy and mentality. Sinner views tennis as a problem-solving sport, often describing each point as a challenge to solve. His background in skiing taught him discipline, balance, and patience, all of which carry into his tennis. He's extremely self-driven, chose to leave home at 13 to train, changed coaches on his own terms, and controls most of his training schedule. Family and roots. Despite early fame, he remains deeply connected to his working-class upbringing. Speaks 3 languages fluently: German, his first language, Italian, and English. Very private about personal matters and relationships. Rarely posts on social media unless for professional reasons. Lifestyle and interests. Fashion. Brand ambassador. For Gucci, often seen in tailored minimalist outfits. Also partnered with Nike, signing a reported $125 million long-term deal in 2024.